You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Welcome to the big show, my family and friends. We certainly appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, recommend the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Go to youtube.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, goodreads.com/Chris Voss, and all that good stuff. You can check out what we're doing over there. Today, we have an amazing gentleman on the show, and he has built a media empire on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, pretty much everywhere. He is just a monster promoter and designer as well. So we're going to get talking to him. And of course, I am the consummate person who breaks all the fashion rules. In fact, I have no fashion. That's how much I break the rules. And he's probably going to be here to tell me how much I'm wrong, which he's probably right. Bilal Rehman is on the show with us today. Did I nail that, Bilal? Did I get close?
Very close, yes.
I'm still working on it. And he is on the show. He's going to be talking to us about his amazing brand that he's built and everything he's done. Bilal is a designer specializing in experimental, residential, and commercial environments, as well as out-of-the-box design collections, creating a multifaceted design that requires you to view every element of design as a piece of architecture. No detail is too small, according to his website. He makes these amazing videos that you can see that are totally inspiring. And of course, everyone loves them who's into fashion. I'm sure the ladies love it as well. I'm one of those fashion, what would you call it? I was hit in the head. I have some brain damage on a fashion sense. But he makes these amazing videos. People love him, and they're exciting. And we're going to be talking about some of his new projects and kind of getting a background on what built him. So welcome to the show, Bilal. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Give us your .com so people can find you on the interwebs, please, sir.
Absolutely. It's BilalRehmanStudio.com.
There you go. And so give us an overview of you, or probably a better description than maybe what I laid out in the bio. How do you view yourself and your impact on the world?
Well, I am a 23-year-old luxury interior designer. And so I work on, like you said, residential, commercial projects, kind of in all multifaceted spaces and across the nation. And I have a huge social media presence, thankfully, that has been developed due to my sister and her ingenious marketing strategy. And so that's kind of where I am. And now I'm sitting in our brand new studio that we're about to open within the next couple of weeks.
There you go. And how old's your sister, by the way, I should ask?
Yeah, she is younger than I am. She's 21.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Note to self, hire the nieces and nephews to run social media. You know, they get the social media better than I do. So, I mean, you're killing it. I watch much of your TikTok feed. You're killing it over there. You're just rocking and rolling. Give us a little bit about your upbringing, your history. What is your hero's journey that got you to this point?
Absolutely. Well, when I was a kid, I always envisioned myself kind of doing something more of the traditional idea of success, you know, being a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer. And that's due to my parents. Both of my parents are immigrants. My mom is Lebanese and my dad is Pakistani. So,
Wow.
You know, they had a very distinct vision of what they wanted their kids to be like. And so the idea of doing something creative as a career and being able to sustain a life and, you know, have financial freedom and a stress-free life while simultaneously doing something creative just really was never something that they even entertained. So I ended up going to college for computer engineing. And
wow.
Yeah. And I did that for about 6 months and I hated it. I hated it. I hated the people. I hated what I was learning. I hated everything. I could not see myself sitting there every day for the rest of my life doing what I was doing.
Is it one of those things where you, sorry to interrupt you, but is it one of those things where you're kind of doing what society and your parents tell you should do to go make some money?
Yeah. Exactly. It was just, you know, that kind of traditional path of success, of what our parents think success is, when in reality, there's many ways to achieve success that are not necessarily the traditional way.
And what do parents know anyway?
Yeah. Yeah. And so, I ended up pivoting. I ended up switching majors from computer engineering to interior design. And I did that for probably about, I would say, maybe 2 months, a month and a half, something like that. And once again, I hated it. I just figured that you cannot learn interior design from a book. Interior design is something that you have or you don't have. And so I figured that I would rather go learn it by doing it. So I hunted and hunted and hunted for an internship in the design space. And as you can imagine, that was so hard to get because I had no degree, I had no experience, no portfolio, no nothing. But luckily, I landed an internship and just climbed my way up in that company until I reached senior level designer. And then I left and launched my own studio.
There you go. And you've been killing it. I mean, how big has social media been an impact to getting your version of design and stuff out there?
Oh, it's been such a vital tool in everything. I think social media has drastically helped us connect with the right kind of clientele. I don't talk like a normal designer. I don't act like a normal designer. I cuss in my videos, and I just talk like a normal person. Like, this is how we all talk. And so that idea of being like this prim and proper designer, and I'm above everybody else because I'm a designer and blah, blah, blah. That to me was such a horrible, idea that has been surrounded by the world of design. And so pivoting from that has really allowed us to get the clients who want me to go in there and tell them that their house is really ugly or whatever, like, if you really like it. And it's really turned into such a great filter almost to, drive the right kind of clientele our way.
There you go. Well, stay on the good side of your sister. That's my advice.
For sure.
But I mean, you're killing it. For those who aren't familiar with you, your studio that's on TikTok, you've got almost 500,000 followers, 4.4 million likes. On Instagram, you're 135,000 followers, and your videos are fun. They're interesting. They're energetic. I don't know how much coffee you're drinking, but I need to subscribe to whatever that is. But you have a lot of fun, and what I love is you really kind of tear some people. Well, you don't tear people up, but you tear up some fashion designs that people are using in their houses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you find? What do you think is the thing that makes you resonate with people? Because not everyone. I don't know. Maybe people need to develop their personalities better. What do you think makes you resonate so much?
Honestly, I think it is the fact that I am not trying to put on a persona. I'm not trying to, behave of what you would think a normal designer is. I'm not trying to be, uppity and like I'm better than everybody else. It's not that. It's I'm a real person. I'm a real 23-year-old. I'm figuring it out just like everybody else. And I'm going to give you my very heavily weighted opinion about everything that you do in your house. And, I think people have just really grown to connect with me in that way because they see me as a real person. They don't see me as somebody who's on a pedestal compared to them. And I think that that's been the best thing for us.
That's a great point. Authenticity, especially in social media, because there's so much fakeness that goes on.
Absolutely.
And, people paying $60 to go sit in a private jet, and you can see like all the work you're doing. You're and you just have like all this fun. Like it's a fun channel to watch. And so now you've got your design studio in your gallery. Tell us about that, what you're doing with that, and maybe how people can work with you if they're interested in using your services.
Absolutely. So Bilal Rehman Studio is the interior design studio side of my business, which is where we take on, the full-blown commercial residential projects. And that is, something that that was the foundation of the company. That's where it all started. And so I love this part. We're expanding our team rapidly. This brand new office that we're sitting in isn't even open to the public yet.
Oh, wow.
And so, this is the foundation of the company where you can come and we can really work on your entire house or your entire restaurant or whatever project you have going on. Bilal Rehman Gallery, on the other hand, that is our retail side of the business, and that's completely new. So that is an in-person gallery that is located in Houston, but is also shoppable online on BilalRehmanStudio.com. And basically, it is a huge platform for us to support local artists and small artists from around the world
Oh.
with only unique pieces that are very affordable. I don't have $10,000 vases in the gallery. It's not that, because normal people cannot afford that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to give a piece of the studio and a piece of the aesthetic while simultaneously supporting small artists at an affordable price. That was the vision for the gallery. And so the gallery is going to open within the next few weeks. It's going to be a soft opening, and it is just, a free-for-all. Everybody can come, take a look, shop. Everything that is in the gallery is online. So it's shoppable no matter where you are. But it's a very good outlet, and I am loving that I'm able to use my platform to support small artists, because small artists are so important to the projects that we do as a studio.
Yeah, because not everyone can afford that $10,000 vase.
Exactly.
I just write checks for them when they come in.
Yeah.
So I used to have friends back in the day who were into shabby chic. Are you familiar with that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you have some hate you can help me espouse on this shabby chic?
There is nothing chic about a shabby chic space. I can tell you that for damn sure. Okay, just burn it down and start over. That is the only thing I can say.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, folks. My friends are like, this is really popular in California, and I'm like, you guys don't have dogs, do you? Because I have huskies, and everything white is like a really bad idea.
No.
Now I see in your, the people on the podcast are listening to the audio. I see in your background you're in some sort of studio, and you've got some different outfits behind you. Tell us about what's going on there, so we can encourage people to watch the YouTube.
Totally. So this is the new studio space that we've been building, and this is actually our materials library. So this is where we have all of the fabrics and tiles and glass pieces and metal pieces and lighting samples and different things that we use within our projects that we pull from. So the entire design team, goes through this space every time we work on a project to kind of pull fabrics and samples to show our clients. And as you can see, it's half empty right now on the bottom row, because we're waiting on a huge shipment of samples to come in. And as soon as it comes in, that will be completely full. And I'm sure it's going to be, be busting at the seams, I'm sure.
Now, if you need me to mail you any of my socks and thongs and flip-flops stuff, or my black shorts,
I'm good.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Wow, my feelings are hurt. Wow, I don't have any feelings. I can't feel my legs. It's kind of interesting. So now I've got just burn it all down is the thing I've got. So there's lots of things that are going on. You've basically rocketed to stardom and become a CEO of your own company over 4 years. What's that like, going through you got to really learn fast and develop yourself as a leader to be a CEO of your company, and working with people, hiring with people, all that sort of stuff. What's that been like for you in trying to master that as you go?
Yeah. The amazing thing is that I always grew up with this kind of entrepreneurial behavior around me. My dad and my mom are both entrepreneurs. They both own their own businesses. Oh. And so I always kind of had that in my system, just growing up. And so it is completely different, though, running my own company, especially being 23. A lot of people, it's weird because I'm hiring people who are like double my age, and I'm sitting here like negotiating salaries and negotiating this stuff. And it's crazy. But honestly, I think it's such a breath of fresh air for everybody who works at the studio. And we have so much fun. Like the studio is such a fun place to work, because we're like talking shit all day, and we're like making fun of everybody's work. And like when somebody comes in an ugly outfit, it's like the funniest thing that happens. Everybody's like bullying them, but like in the nicest way possible. It's just a mess. But I love the team. We really have turned into such a, I hate saying this because the corporate world has ruined this, but we've turned into such a family, and it's like the best environment to possibly be in. And it's such a blessing at 23 to be able to, not be a Kardashian, but still be a CEO at this age. Like, I love it.
There you go. Have you interacted with the Kardashians, or do you have any thoughts on that?
I wish. If this show gets me to the Kardashians, I will send you the biggest thank you present.
I'm pretty sure they don't watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a weird feeling about it, but it's interesting. Like you say, I remember my first company I started when I was 18, and I think it was 22 when we hit with our first big successful company, and I never went to college either. So I remember hiring people, like you say, that I'm giving them a salary that's probably a pittance of what I was making, and they just come out of college in 4 years, and I'm just like, this is the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I'm just giving
really
them.
Is. It really is. It's so fucking weird. It's
But it sounds
so
like you guys have a lot of fun in your office, and you can tell with your videos that you're doing that. Now you're launching something new. I believe it's an e-commerce site.
Yes. So it's Bilal Rehman Gallery, but the online store. And so that is all of the inventory from the gallery is going to be up on there. So you can shop it no matter where you are. And it's also a great resource for other designers who may want a really unique piece from a small artist, but don't know where to find it, or, whatever the case may be. And the great part about it, honestly, is the price point. Everything. My number one goal was to make sure that everything was affordable. So there's nothing on there that is like a break the bank, which is so important because in this recession, we can't. We can't do the $10,000 basis. I'm so sorry.
That's true. But now you serve both types of clients, right? You serve the high end and the middle, and
yes.
Maybe you can come redesign my shabby chic home.
Oh my God. If it's shabby chic, we're just going to light a match to it. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's just, it has to go.
Might make a great TikTok video. Yeah, I have Huskies. There's just no way. But I mean, definitely. So what are you big with designers? Do you have favorite designers? Are you pretty much all over the place with different designers, depending on what you like or what you're trying to fit into someone's home?
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I find inspiration in other designers or in travel or in fashion or, whatever the case may be. Their inspiration comes kind of from all over, but other designers, definitely. The only thing is like, there's no other designer who I've ever come across who is like my age or my ethnicity or anything like that. At least a designer who's in the mainstream. And so it's really hard to find designers I can connect with who aren't like super old or a completely different style or whatever the case may be.
There you go. I tried watching that. What was it? Devil Loves Prada movie.
Yeah.
Do you find sometimes that people in the design, there's a snobbiness in the design art world, and they look at you and go, 23, come on, man.
Oh yes. It was not until I had my big fat signature on a building on a main street in Houston that people were taking me seriously.
Wow.
It was just, it's the weirdest thing. They really do think that they're above everybody else just because they're a designer. And I'm like, you know how many other talented people there are in the world? Like, you're not the only one. Like, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Now, I'm wearing Kmart to the show today. Do you like Kmart? Is Kmart a good brand?
We don't have Kmart in Houston. So the only thing I can compare it to, I guess, is Walmart.
Yeah, it probably is Walmart, actually. But Kmart, I think, is bankrupt. So it sounded better. See, I have some Sears shorts on. So there's that. So
yeah.
I'm my own fashion god. Not really. But there you go. People look at me all the time when I go out. They're like, look at that. But it's not in a good way. So with the e-commerce store, what's your vision for that? What's your hope that this is going to burgeon into and develop?
My vision for it, honestly, is to A, continue supporting small artists and giving them a platform, and B, for me to be able to launch my own product lines and build my own collections that are now accessible through the gallery.
There you go. So, I'm still laughing at my Kmart joke. And so is it going to have a separate website than your current website?
No, I figured why not just put it all together? Somebody who wants to be a design client or somebody who just wants to shop the gallery. It's a one-stop shop. You can see everything and do everything on one place.
There you go. Maybe you should go work with Kmart. See if you can turn them around. I think
I thought you said they were going bankrupt. I don't think they could afford to work with them.
Maybe you can help Walmart out. They need some help.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, didn't who's that one chick? Didn't the foodie gal who went to jail? Didn't she do some Kmart collections? Didn't Martha Stewart do some Kmart collections and stuff? I don't know.
I know she did a collection with somebody, but I'm not sure who.
Yeah. So if what do you envision for your brand over the next 5 to 10 years? Because we talk a lot about business and vision on the show. What is your vision? What do you hope to achieve, or do you have any thoughts on it?
Absolutely. I want to build Bilal Rehman into a brand of its own, more of a lifestyle brand, something where you can come shop for your home, you can shop fashion, you can shop accessories, you can work with a studio, you see us on social media, we will have books out, different kinds of multifaceted elements that all kind of go into the Bilal Rehman brand. That is my vision for the next 5 to 10 years.
There you go. I'm looking over your website, and there's some really beautiful stuff here. I mean, here's a classic black vase that I really like. It's $65. Cube thing, $175. Chrome skulls. That looks. I'm just designing my house now. Really, gonna burn down that
No
shaggy.
shabby chic. I'm sorry. We don't have any. That category has been blocked from our website. So sorry.
It looked like, I don't know. It was the most weirdest thing to see someone's home done in shabby chic. So I figured I'd throw. I probably lost all 2 people that are in their shaggy chic audience. My apologies.
Yeah.
I'm going to get hate mail. All 2 letters. So what have we covered and touched on about you and your brand that you think it's important for people to know?
Honestly, I just want everybody to know that Bilal Rehman as a brand is a brand that values quality. It values, this is your home, and we're just telling your story through our vision. That's all we're doing. We're helping you get where you want to be. This is not your typical run-of-the-mill design company where you feel uncomfortable and people make you feel like, your taste is bad. Like, yes, I'm going to tell you your couch is ugly as shit, but I'm going to also tell you how to fix it. And we're going to work together to fix it. It's not going to just be, let's shit on your house kind of attitude. So, it's a fun environment. And if you're looking to work with a designer, like, this is the place to work where you really are going to feel welcome and you're going to feel loved, because our clients are very important to us. They're not just a number or a project.
There you go. I mean, it's beautiful what you do, and I like how you do it because, like I said, it's very authentic. It's very fun. The videos are exciting to watch, but you learn stuff too. Like, I might learn how to move up from Walmart to, I don't know, Ross Dress for Less or something.
Not raw.
What's the next step up from Walmart? I don't know.
From Target.
Good. Basically, Target.
Target.
Wow. Okay. All right. I think I need to go there. But you have a lot of fun in your videos. When people watch them, I think they learn stuff. And you just throw it all out there. I mean, there was a blind thing where you were covered in blinds I saw, and I was like, holy crap, what's going on?
Yeah,
and you swear, and you just don't hold any bars. And but you help entertain. You not only entertain people, but you help inform them, basically, what we call info entertainment around here.
Definitely. You have to. I mean, we don't want to waste people's time. Like, if you can simultaneously enjoy watching something while learning something. That's the brilliant part of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like our show. Only the beauty is you do it in such a small. It's all like just compressed in those TikTok videos in a very small, succinct way. If you could work with anybody in the world, who would you want to work with? We threw the Kardashians around. I know she only follow 137 people on TikTok. So who are these people, and who would you want to work with the most?
Any one of the Kardashians, honestly. Any one of them. I just think it would be a blast to work with them. Like, think about the unlimited budget, the full creative control. Like, that would be a blast of a project for sure.
There you go. And maybe you could help them design one of their houses or something, or I don't know, redesign one of their dogs.
If you're watching this.
Now, there was one picture that I saw of a neon black bathroom. Is that your bathroom?
Yes. It's not my personal bathroom. It's actually the bathroom to the gallery. So we did this complete installation with this LED lighting that runs the entire span of the bathroom, and the lights change with the music, or you can select different colors. So the entire room is like a mini club. Literally, it's a mini club. People have come in here and they just spend like 30 minutes in there taking pictures. Like, I think I messed up by designing it that way, because the line has formed outside that bathroom like 3 or 4 times and we're not even open yet. So I'm, yeah.
I saw it. I'm like, holy crap! And you want to make sure you have lights so you can see where you're aiming at in there. Yeah. But it's such a good time. You never want to leave. You sit in there and play some tunes and jam away and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So any fashion advice off the top of your head? I know this is kind of a winger, but just if you could tell somebody how to redesign maybe what they're doing, they're unhappy with what they're doing, what's the best way for them to maybe come up with a new mental paradigm for changing their fashion? For, if they're shabby chic people, how can they make their next move?
The shabby chic people can't be helped.
Really?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Shabby chic.
Yeah. What do you wear? Burlap sacks, like a potato sack? I don't really like. What?
Wait, burlap sacks are out?
Oh yeah, for sure. They've been out for a long time.
Note to self: cancel the burlap shorts order.
Absolutely.
You'd hate me. I'm in flip flops and socks.
Oh no! Come on, not together, Chris. You got this.
Oh well, I'm when you look like Brad Pitt, like I do, you have that Brad Pitt sort of element. He calls me for tips. Him and George Clooney. I don't take Brad's calls anymore. He's gotten a little too old for me. But Brad Pitt and the James Bond guy, they call me for tips. But and that you just, when you exude this much sexiness, you can wear Kmart.
That's what it is. That is all that it is. Nothing else matters.
There we go. So, any final thoughts before we go out on the show and on what you're doing in the e-commerce brand, et cetera, et cetera?
Absolutely. Just stay tuned. We're growing. The brand is growing as a whole. We have now expanded to YouTube. So please go over there and subscribe to us on YouTube. It's just my name. And we make basically our TikToks, but much longer, much more in depth, much more behind the scenes. So if you enjoy the TikToks, you'll definitely enjoy the YouTube.
There you go. Well, I've loved the brand since I became exposed to it, thanks to your PR agents, and it's the thing. And it's fun. It's interesting. As we probably know by now, we've established that I am not a fashion god in any sense of the form, but I might learn some stuff. Maybe you'll see me wearing, Target next week. Target.
An upgrade. An upgrade.
Then I'll call you and be like, hey, what comes after Target? I don't know. Homelessness, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
There you go. And thanks to my audience for give us your .coms one more time, please, sir, so people can look you up.
Absolutely. It's BilalRehmanStudio.com. And if you want to see our TikTok, it's Bilal Rehman Studio. And our Instagram is Bilal Rehman.
There you go. So, folks, check them out wherever you find them on the interwebs, especially that TikTok. You're going to have a lot of fun with that, I guarantee it. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, youtube.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss. We have a little teeny channel. Was it Chris Voss 1 on TikTok? We're trying to be cool, but we do this long format, so we're trying to figure out how to put. And, I'm an old guy. That TikTok, they like the young people like yourself, so keep killing it over there. Maybe if I upgrade to Target, maybe more people watch your videos.
Maybe.
Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. And that should have us out.